Welcome to Destination America's Ultimate X. I've not been fond of Ultimate X for quite a while because we see it every couple of months. And this is the reason why I didn't really feel very hyped for this, because I saw it last week there was going to be Ultimate X match. I didn't really care. But I will commend TNA for trying to do something with the belts. Since, man, Eddie Edwards, I hope you come back soon, dude, because Davey Richards needs you. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Was the show pretty good? Well, yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, the opening for the Hardys, of course we knew they're going to win. But here's the problem with Koya and Storm. Nothing was going on with Koya. We barely seen the guy. We only saw him in a group. And this is the thing I hated about having Abyss there. If the Abyss had not been the tag champ, he could have done this with Koya, and I'm talking about Storm. It would have been better to have Storm with the up-and-coming instead of the old veteran who didn't do anything at all. So when you see this, it's a waste of Koya, that they've done nothing with him, unless they're about to do something, which I don't think they will. So the next match will be Anderson and Spud versus Kenny King and the Loki. I enjoyed that match. Out of all of the matches there, I believe I enjoyed that one the most. Because it really spotlighted how over Spud was. And then seeing that Anderson was throwing his ass around to get something done actually was very interesting to see. You don't see that type of dynamic. You don't. So I actually did enjoy seeing Rockstar Spud in that position. But they had to lose. Because you wanted to have the Beatdown Clan be one of the four that had to be in Ultimate X. I would have rather really see Spud and Anderson go to Ultimate X, because it seemed to give me something more interesting. Now, when it came to the knockouts, knowing that next week, the knockouts is going to be totally spotlighted. That this isn't like a one night only. This is all about the knockouts. It's actually giving me a lot of interest, because now we're going to see the new Dollhouse come in. I'm hoping Havoc will come back. I don't think she will, because I haven't really heard much about her, particularly after her father had died. I'm hoping she's alright. I'm hoping that she managed to recover, and maybe there might have been a problem because they switched to Destination America and she was not able to come on the show. There might have been something. I'm hoping that she will be coming back when they go next week. And the Dollhouse with Jade and, what is it, Marta Bell? Or Maida Bell? I don't know her name at all. Forgive me, I don't know them because they're on the independent scene. I don't watch a lot of independents. But I'm hoping this is going to be more than just 2 women. It'll be 3 women, maybe 4 women. Hell, it would really do the TNA division well if they got more than just 2 women. But I'm happy to see this. And then Kong comes out and attacks everyone. And this was about trying to make Terrell as a great of a threat against Awesome Kong. Personally, for me, I would rather see Kong be champ. I know a lot of people believe Terrence Terrell needs this win so she could be validated. But come on, she has already been validated because she went through every knockout there was. And I want to see Terrence Terrell go up a huge hill in an Awesome Kong. That's what I really want to see. I want to see someone rise the occasion, not someone who's already been established to the point where they want to just see her just stay on top, even with a real threat that can really make her become spotlighted. A Kong versus Terrell 2, where Terrell has to beat Kong. That's what I want to see. Now, EC3 and Bram faces 2 Lucha Libre guys in a Tigre Uno and a Rey, what is it, Royale, I believe. It wasn't a bad thing, but I don't know what they're going to be doing now with Bram. I'm kind of worried. He's not working with the Evolution. He could become the stooge of EC3, where EC3 isn't getting a lot of traction right now unless they do something substantial. The Bro-Man versus Aries and Rude. The Dirty Deeds is back, baby. I just love them. But now there's something interesting. They actually became secondary to the bromance breaking up. Fist pump anyone, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To utilize an Austin Aries and a Robert Roode in this way does not fill me with a lot of joy. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Seeing that they won, but then the ones who got spotlighted afterward was Broman breaking the fuck up and Zima Ion trying to save their asses. I don't want to see Austin Aries and Robert Roode do that. You could have done this with Anderson and you could have done it with Spud. I think that would have been better. To be honest. You could have used Austin Aries and Robert Roode going against Kenny King and Low Key better than that. They could have done that, and then Spud and Anderson could have done that, and it would still give Spud more spotlight than what happened to Roode and Aries that just seemed to disappear like that. Gives me a headache. I'm sorry. I already got a headache as it is because I got an allergy headache. I didn't need to see that. Now, the feud that's going on between... how can I really say this when you have to include Homicide in this? I said it before, I'll say it again. The Beatdown Clan with Homicide is not a bad thing, but it's not good either. Because you can't take Samoa Joe's place, Homicide. I'm sorry. Homicide's not a bad character, and he can beat the crap out of anybody, but he just isn't a Samoa Joe. But in the capacity he was in, wasn't that bad. It wasn't. The fight down to the ring wasn't bad. And in the end, seeing the Beatdown Clan beat up Angle, and then seeing that Eli, who had his moment with trying to bring Eli back to the way he was, is not something I'm totally fond of. I'd rather see him as a heel for a while longer. He's not a great heel, but he was too much of a generic face before, and I did not like it. I didn't. I'd rather see him as a heel for a little while longer. But seeing this dynamic makes you wonder, are they scaling back a little bit of the heel on him to make him somewhere just maybe a little bit in between? He's not going to do in-betweener like an Austin. And I'm talking Steve Austin, not Austin Aries. But he might be able to pull off a little bit if this is what they're going to do with him. Because they don't want to leave him as a total heel. They want him to have somewhere to be in between. Finally, if I'm forgetting anything, I'm very sorry. But when you look at the Ultimate X match and everybody in it, it was a standard match. It wasn't a bad match. And I have to say the crowd really made the entire show so palatable. I enjoyed it. Hearing Josh Matthews all by himself, and I didn't say this in the beginning, but I have to say it now. Throughout the night, Josh was all by himself with no Taz. It made the show very good. I enjoyed seeing just Josh by himself doing the work. He actually can do a good job by himself. I would like to see him team up with Jeremy, though. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather see Jeremy in that position and put Taz as an interviewer from now on. That's what I would like to see. Let Taz interview and then let Jeremy do announcing as well as do work in the commentary booth. I really believe that would work very well in this situation. And in the end, we get the Hardys winning. Is this a bad thing? No. This is something they do deserve. They haven't been champions for like 4 years almost. So it's actually nice to see that. Does it mean that they're going to spotlight the tag team division more? No. I'm sorry. There's not enough people in the tag division or in the main roster for that matter to really keep the spotlight on the tag team division Destination America. I just don't see it unless they're going to bring in more people. And maybe in the next few months, maybe they will. This might be a prelude to bring in more people as a happenstance. That Eddie Edwards gets hurt. TNA realizes we got women coming in. We got 2 new guys coming in. Well, 3 new guys when you talk about Drew Galloway. And I'm not taking anything away Jesse Goddard. He's another guy that's now going to be by himself. But when you see this, they really need more people in TNA. And if they're really going to make the X Division work, the tag belts work, and the TNA World Heavyweight Championship work, they need more people. This is why Ultimate X looked so ordinary. Because there were so few people in it, and we've seen everyone before. It doesn't mean it wasn't a bad match. It doesn't mean the matches weren't all decent. The show just felt a bit empty for me. But I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I feel it was a solid show. So I hope you enjoyed the Zane view. Please give me a comment below. Sorry it's a little late. Like I told you, I ain't really been sick with these crazy. I went past a whole bunch of trees, even after taking my allergy, and I'm still sick as a dog. It's bad here. The trees are flowering pink flowers. Pink! Because someone decided to plant trees that bloom pink flowers. I hate whoever did that. Have a good day and have a good night. Peace out!